And it has an awesome Virgil Finlay illustration in the original issue. Virgil Finlay is one of my very favorite illustrators. And I just love it when you look back at those old stories and there's a Virgil Finlay illustration.
Super fun.
It just makes it that much better of a story, I think, to have such an incredible bit of artwork at the beginning of it.
Agreed. And you tend to remember, so one of the things psychologically, you tend to remember stories that you don't just read, they have visuals attached to them.
Mm-hmm.
It helps ingrain it in your brain and make it a little bit more impactful. So there's something to be said about any story that's illustrated. And I think it's really important, and I feel sad as a culture that we stopped illustrating even adult books.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's kind of sad.
Yeah, because stuff like that, I do that all the time with magazines or even with the books, with the older styles of illustration, is that a lot of times I buy it for that cover, and that gets me to want to try the book. But then while I'm reading the book, I'm looking back at the illustration going, oh yeah, that's what this is.
That's alluding to.
It enhances the experience of the story as I go through the story, and it just makes it that much better.
I like that too, when there's like pictures in the book. Like, you buy a book, you didn't know there were pictures, and suddenly, oh my gosh, there's a picture! And I feel that little like fun bit is like when you're a kid and you get the picture books and you learn to read based off of reading the picture first. Because that's what your brain understands first. And then as an adult, you do the opposite. It's so fun, and I love that. And I think there's just something to be said about stories with illustrations, regardless of if they're for children or adults. And I really feel sad as a culture we kind of lose that in the altar of mass production.
But you do, part of what might be happening right now is that all the really great illustrators are dead or old and retiring. I mean, Michael Whelan doesn't want to do book covers anymore. He only comes out of retirement to do Brandon Sanderson covers.
Yeah.
Because he's had his career. He's an old guy. He wants to retire and do just gallery paintings, and he should be able to.
Yeah.
But where are we going to find somebody, especially the way the younger people who are trying illustration, the way they're getting into it, the way they're learning and doing everything digital. And I mean, let's face it, they're just not at that level of people like Virgil Finlay or Michael Whelan. Where are we going to find somebody at that level to do these illustrations? Especially, I mean, Virgil Finlay was cranking them out multiple illustrations every month. Michael Whelan, when he was at his most active, I'd see 3, 4, 5 book covers in the bookstore every month with Michael Whelan illustrations. And there were some books that I didn't even know were Michael Whelan that he did. He was so prolific, and everything he did was at that high level of quality.
And
where are you going to find somebody that can do that? Yeah, they're
they
doing
worked
it
with traditional
paintbrushes.
things.
Finlay was doing
There's just some
ink and
things that
stippling.
the computer can't do.
I think the painted illustrations and drawn illustrations for the interiors have a lot more life, a lot more humanity than anything digital.
I would agree with that. I have a lot of digital artists that I do enjoy. But yeah, there is something you lose when you strictly stick to just digital art or, things like that. And there is a character that does tend to get lost.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I do feel that the artists that need to be worried about AI are the strictly digital artists. Because yes, AI can do exactly what you do as well as you do it, and they can do it a lot faster and they can do it all day long. But you walk into an art museum and look at actual painted paintings, it's completely different. Or even pick up something like this and look at the printed illustrations and see how they are. And it's just different. AI can't do this. It has a feeling to it that requires that human interaction, that human involvement, that physical object in order to make it what it is.
And a real life understanding. That's one of the things AI can never do. It does not have real life understanding. It is incapable of understanding.
Right.
It's all programming.
It's it's all pattern
Yep,
recognition.
and pattern recognition. So